Space is a vacuum, plunging to nearly 450 degrees below zero Fahrenheit. For billions of years, our local neighborhood was nothing but a freezing cloud of drifting dust. Then, a massive concentration of hydrogen ignited. This image shows the structure of our solar system, starting with its absolute center. In Marathi, the sun is called Apli Taryanchi Janani, our mother of stars. It contains 99.8. They sorted themselves into a highly specific, tiered structure based entirely on weight and heat. The result is a strictly ordered cosmic neighborhood. A planet's composition, weather, and physical identity are dictated entirely by exactly how far it sits from that central fire. This diagram shows the first distinct zone closest to the Sun, the Antargra, or inner planets, specifically marked as Katkal, meaning rocky. The first rock in the sequence is Mercury, or Bud. Sitting a mere 36 million miles from the solar fire, the solar winds have stripped away any chance of an atmosphere. It is the absolute smallest true planet in the system, labeled here as Sarvant Lahan. Next is Venus, or Shukra. Even though it's farther from the Sun than Mercury, it traps heat beneath a thick layer of carbon dioxide clouds. This greenhouse effect bakes the surface at 900 degrees, making it the Sarvant Ushna, the hottest planet in the neighborhood. Third in line is Earth, or Prithvi. It sits in a narrow band where temperatures allow liquid water to pool on the surface, supporting biological life in this harsh inner zone, labeled here as Apal Khad, our home. The rocky zone ends with Mars, or Mangal, a freezing, dusty desert, marking the outer edge of the solid worlds. Known as the Lal Grah, or red planet, because of the iron oxide rusting on its surface. Just past Mars, we hit a massive physical barrier of shattered rock and ice. This is the asteroid belt, or Lagu Grah Patta. The asteroid belt is a torus-shaped region containing millions of irregular, rocky bodies that never managed to form into a full planet. These tumbling rocks act as a definitive boundary line. Cross this threshold and the solar radiation drops off significantly, causing the physics of the system to shift from dense, heavy rock to massive, swirling gas. This image shows the transition into the Bahirgrah, or outer planets, labeled Vayurup, meaning gaseous. These are the gas giants. Gas giants are massive planets composed mainly of hydrogen and helium, lacking a defined solid surface. The first of these giants is Jupiter, or Guru. It is so massive that it contains more than twice the material of all the other planets combined, cementing its status as the Sarvat Mota Grah, the largest planet, defined by swirling storms wider than Earth. Further out is Saturn, or Shani. Its gravitational field holds on to a massive disk of ice particles and dust, giving it a unique visual identity as the Valaye Aslela Grah, the planet with rings. Then comes Uranus. It suffered a massive collision early in its formation, knocking its rotational axis nearly 90 degrees. It now rolls around the Sun entirely on its side, described here as Bajula Juklela, or tilted to the side. Finally, we reach Neptune. It is a world of deep, freezing blue gas whipped by supersonic winds. Sitting nearly 3 billion miles away, it is the major planet's Surapasun door, farthest from the Sun. Because these outer worlds formed so far from the Sun's heat, their volatile gases didn't boil away. They accumulated vast amounts of hydrogen and helium, creating enormous spheres governed by fluid dynamics rather than solid crusts. Past Neptune, the Sun's light fades to a bright star in a black sky. Here in the freezing fringes, the remaining material is locked in solid ice. Occasionally, one of these icy bodies is pulled inward. This creates a comet, or Dhumketu. A comet is a small celestial body of ice and dust that, when passing close to the Sun, heats up and outgasses, forming a glowing tail pushed outward by the solar wind. Sharing this outer darkness are the dwarf planets, or Batu Grah. A dwarf planet is a celestial body that orbits the Sun and has enough mass to assume a nearly round shape, but has not cleared the neighborhood around its orbit. They wander quietly at the very edge of the sun's gravitational reach. This diagram shows the complete structure in motion. We have the burning core, the tight cluster of inner rocky worlds, the protective debris belt, the vast swirling gas giants, and the quiet icy fringes. Our cosmic neighborhood operates as a highly ordered, scientifically categorized machine. Driven by a single central star, the physical reality of every world is perfectly dictated by exactly where it falls in the sequence.